Hi, this is Paul Davis, and today we're trying to recreate 3 amazing tones. John Mayer, John Frusciante, Joe Bonamassa. But there always is a but. We're putting 10 minutes on the clock for each tone to protect myself from getting too wound up, distracted, like spending an hour, 2 hours trying to get it. 10 minutes seems like a fair time. 10 minutes on the clock for the first tone, John Mayer, Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. So, the guys from Positive Grid hooked me up with Bias Effects 2, which is just released, so it's brand new. And it's gonna help me because I don't have all these amazing amps lying around. Hopefully we can manage to get close with all the effects built in. So, let's try. John Mayer, known for his 2-rock and Dumble amps. So just low gain, clean, and I see here a Dumble. So let's get the Dumble in there. Okay, so we need some work on that. Lower the bass, just add a little bit of presence and treble to it. Add a little bit of gain for that nice compression. So let's have a listen to the reverb. So it's very present, very prominent in that part. When I do hear some spring reverb in there, whoa, it's making the noise of the springs. That's too wet. It's a bit too bassy. I think let's add some treble. Shake. Okay, let's see what we got. So about the reverb, I think a lot of it is done later, after he recorded it. Because if you put that amount of reverb we hear with the muted notes to everything gets drowned in that sound. Let's have a listen. There's no definition anymore. So I think in the mix you can just add reverb to that particular part. And there's a bass guitar underneath the guitar. The entire mix has been processed by probably countless super expensive outboard gear, compression, EQs. Now let's add some bass back. Okay, so we're in the same ballpark. Let's try if we can manage to do something about the cabinet. I think it's fun because in my studio I don't have room for a 4-speaker cabinet. So let's just go all the way. Let's just try a 4-speaker cabinet. I like that one because it has a little bit that scooped mid sound. So let's try this one. We can change the position. This one is nice. Okay, we can add maybe a gentle compression in there, just to smooth everything out a little bit. Do we put it in front of the amp or like all the way at the back as a sort of a mix thing? Let's put it all the way at the back. A little bit of compression. So we got the Dumble amp, we got the reverb, we got the cabinet, we got a little bit of compression at the end. And I think we are pretty close. Let's have a listen. I'm pretty happy with this. So we don't have the bass guitar, we don't have the mix, we don't have the drums, we just have the guitar. So it's an unfair battle. We can never achieve that sound. But if we would have gotten the isolated guitar tracks unmixed, I think we are pretty close. I'm gonna save it to Tone Cloud where you can download it. It's called Slow Dancing Paul Davis, if you're interested in this patch. Alright, so that was number 1. And now off to challenge number 2. Let's put 10 minutes on the clock again. And number 2 is Joe Bonamassa with So Many Roads. So very big, very lushy, reverby delay lead sound, very huge. So we of course need the Les Paul for this. It's in key of F minor. And I did some research. Let's start the clock. 10 minutes. I did some research about this tone before I started. Yes, I do some work. And I found a post by him mentioning that he played this, or this kind of sound, with a stereo setup. 2 amps. One overdriven Marshall amp style and one overdriven Dumble or Fender. And then on one amp he puts a delay with everything on noon, all the settings, and on the other a reverb sound. Plexi, Marshall. There we have it. Okay, a bit dry, a bit not yet there, but okay, cool. A dual setting, overdriven deluxe reverb. I think that's cool. We split the signal of the guitar. It runs into 2 amps, a Marshall and a Fender. Both are overdriven to 2 cabinets and then mixed back to 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to pan 1 amp to the left, in this case the Marshall, and the Fender is going to be panned to the right. I'm pointing the wrong way for you guys, I think. Anyways, it doesn't matter. 1 speaker, the Marshall, 1 speaker, the Fender. Okay, let's add a little bit of gain to both. Just all the way. Yes! Now for the sounds. The delay. Let's add Hendrix delay. He's a Hendrix fanboy. So let's try everything at noon. .300 milliseconds. The mix a little bit down probably. Now let's see. Feedback a little bit down. So that's 1. And I think a spring reverb is maybe the mix a little bit down probably. What happens? Woo! That is pretty cool. Cut some of the mids. So this is the Marshall with the delay. Fender alone. Okay, this one, maybe we can add a pedal to this only. A sweet OD. Maybe this one is a little bit too gainy. Let's dial back the distortion a little bit. Okay, 1 minute on the clock. Let's just maybe try to add a little bit of a boost in front of the signal. Tighten up the bottom end maybe. Okay, just add a boost. Drop the distortion. Add a little bit on level. Let's add a bit of bass. A little less gain, a little more level. So with, without. It's a more, here we are. We got a good sound. It's probably not like identical. No, it's not identical, but it's cool. Joe Bonamassa, lead sound, Paul Davis. I'll have a link to the post of Joe Bonamassa about this in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, now to the third tone, Joe Frusciante, and it's going to be crunchy and lead. 10 minutes on the clock again, back to the Strat, and we're going to take... Never do that, kids. Okay, let's clear everything. Clean slate. Okay, 10 minutes on the clock. So we're taking a look at Scar Tissue. So I'm going with my gut over here, probably wrong, choosing a matchless kind of amp. British voiced EL84 I think. So slightly overdriven, so let's bump the gain a little bit. A little bit too bassy, so let's dial back the bass a little bit. A little bit too crunchy I guess. His B string is a bit tuned down. Good enough for now. Gap is a green 25. Yeah, 2x12 combo 57. We can also add 2 mics by the way. Why not do that just for fun? Sounds like it's pretty close mic'd. Okay, so dialing in a sound to a certain example is way more difficult than just fooling around with your own pedals. I'm just used to like, when I got my amp, I just dial the sound in as good as I can and what I like. But dialing something in from an example, so you really have to nail a sound, it's a challenge. There are 3 solos in the song, I guess. So if you want to be heard when you play a solo, we need a boost. So let's find a boost or an overdrive that functions as a boost, and I think we can use a clone for this. So I'll dial the gain back pretty low. And maybe a little bit of treble for the lead sounds. A little more treble, I think, and a little less. Okay, and maybe add just a hair of reverb just for my own addiction. Let's just add a simple spring pedal. Okay, so this is the clean sound, just the intro sound. First solo sound. Or something like that. But then later on in the song, okay, so that lead sound is way more prominent. So we need punchy, we need more treble, and we need more gain. So let's just find a nice overdrive that does that. Sweet OD. And I also like to add a very subtle delay. Let's add a warm tape echo. Beautiful visuals. Lower the mix, lower the feedback. Disable the first drive. A little less gain, a little more level. A little more drive. And a little less delay. So now we've got 3 sounds with one patch basically. The clean, the intro. We've got like the first solo or a little bit of a gain bump. And then for the final solo we can engage the third pedal or the second pedal. I think it's pretty neat. So third sound finished. So I think it's a pretty cool challenge and you can learn something from it because you recognize certain sounds. So thanks Positive Grid for hooking me up and letting me check it out. So if you want to see more of those tone challenges, let me know in the comment section and give me some suggestions you want me to check out, and maybe I can use my own amp or my own pedals or the camper or whatever. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you next time with another video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Oh, one more thing. As you may remember, last year I released my first ever online guitar course, Learn, Practice, Play, my masterclass for beginner guitar players. The course turned out to be a huge success. Since then I received reviews from hundreds of students who loved the course and how it helped them get better. In a few weeks I'm going to open the doors once again for another group of students. And in order to get the word out, I'm hosting a free 3-part video training. In the training I will share the mindset, strategy and roadmap that will allow you to really learn the guitar in the right way. And it's based on what I've learned in over 11 years of teaching one-on-one students. You can go to freeguitartraining.com to join the free training. I'm looking forward to see you there. And of course, your friends are welcome too. Thank you.